I remember reading a book by the musician Bob Geldof, whose idea was the historic Live Aid concert in 1985 for African Relief. The title of the book is taken from a moment he had after the concert, which was held in the United States and London. It had ended, and he was standing on the stage. He looked up to God and said, "Is that it?" The truth of the matter, it's never it. In this famous passage from Matthew chapter 25, we're reminded of the need to literally do it for him, not once, but for a lifetime. No, the process of discipleship is one that is ever evolving and ever developing, regardless of our age or position. There's a haunting question today in the gospel, maybe not so haunting because we hear it so many times in its original form, but when you think about it, it's haunting to us. Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or naked or ill or in prison and not minister to your needs? That's something that calls us to daily reflection, to utilize what St. Ignatius calls the consciousness examine, to look into our hearts and ask these haunting questions. To paraphrase St. Ignatius, Lord, when did you make yourself present to us? When were we called to be your presence? Forgive my blindness, Lord, and help me to see. It's never it. I recently met a guy who I recognized from my time as a high school chaplain, and now he's in his mid-40s with a family. He was a father and a husband of faith, and he was teaching his family about generosity and volunteering. He said, "Monsignor, I learned all of this from you." Service is key. And when I reflect on that young guy's statement to me, I'm more humbled than ever now than when I first heard it from him. To be a beacon of this gospel is key to discipleship. To be inspirational is what we're called to be. We teach each other this gospel every day by how we decide to live our lives. Matthew 25 calls us to a particular rhythm of love, a rhythm of Christ-like action, and that rhythm is the rhythm of the saints, the way to holiness, and it's never it. In fact, it is the way to live the gospel ever more belonging, deeply and beautifully and spiritually to the body of Christ.